Hi everyone, it's me again, and this is video is going to explain what we're doing for the week of February 20th through February 26th. So let's see, we'll go right in. Actually, I have slides. I'll go over those first, and then I'll show you what you'll be doing for the week. Hope everyone's having a good semester so far with this class and all your other classes too. Oh, it's February. Oh my gosh, it's almost, well, the end of February. Okay, so so you're gonna do your Scrum starting this week, and I created a Scrum forum. It's on Blackboard. I'll show you where that is. And what you're gonna do is create your own thread in the forum for your team and name it Team 1, Team 2, Team 3, whichever team you are on. And each of you are going to answer these 3 questions. What did you do since our last meeting? And that would be, what did you do last week? What will you do until our next meeting, which is what will you do next week? And what is blocking you? Is there anything blocking you from moving forward with what your tasks are for the project? So this you're going to do every week starting now. And in addition to doing your Scrum, I want you to individually ask one question for one of the other team's Scrum forum. So read through their Scrum and just find one question that you can ask them. Okay? So that's what you're going to be doing, and you'll get into the groove of this. What I want to talk about is the next important phase of your projects, and that's the importance of evaluation and how it drives creation and keeps you focused. So for this week, you're going to have to come up with some standards of evaluations that will capture the priorities of your project. So you want to think about what's important to you, and what is it that will make your project actually successful. So this is my favorite example. An example of a bad evaluation standards would be Blackboard, right? I've been using Blackboard as a student for I don't know how long, and as a teacher for I don't know how long, and it just seems like it gets worse. But so maybe one of your standards is to have an interface that's intuitive to use, right? So you're looking at usability of the interface. So for Blackboard is a perfect example of what not to do. So if your rubric just focuses on features, what the application can do, and does not take into consideration usability, you end up with an application like Blackboard, which apparently their standard evaluation is having a checkbox with as many features as they can to advertise for people to buy their product. Usability is the last thing that Blackboard thought about, and it's resulted in a crappy product when it comes to usability. So some of the evaluation standards of success that you might want to think about for your projects, and this is all going to depend on what you and your team are actually working on. So maybe your standards of success are going to be a working prototype with using dummy data. Maybe you can't get the data that you need, so you've got just some data in the back end that you can actually work with. Maybe your standards of success are a proposal with a very strong technical backing that shows that your idea is feasible. And maybe your standards are a wireframe interface and then a proposal along with that. So this is a conversation that each of your teams need to have with each other. And I want you to have that conversation now, this week. So think about what is achievable by you within a semester, that's going to be a fair amount of work for each of you. Okay. So while you're thinking, you're going to be thinking, I'll come back to that in a little bit. So for your team activity, you're going to write up your partial funding adjustment. The final write-up is going to go into your document, your final document. So just like last week, you wrote up your final roles write-up. This week I want you to take all of your ideas that you wrote about in your individual assignments for this week about what your plan B would be if something were to happen, and discuss what you wrote, and then just create a coherent write-up of all your collective ideas. And then again, part 2, create another sprint for next week, and this is be in Trello. And this will just be what each of you will be working on for your project for the week. So submit. This is before you leave today. Don't worry. There's a due date actually. I can just change it now. So this is due to 26. I think so. Yeah. 59 p.m. Okay, so that's that. So for the following week, wait. Oh, right. Okay. So yeah. So for next week, we're going to be looking at the evaluation process for your final project, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that. For this week, you're going to have your individual assignment. Crap. Keeps doing that. I think these are on timed. Yeah, I have to fix that. Okay. So yeah. So your individual assignment, I'll explain that to you. There's no online activity this week. Okay. Just want to keep you guys working on moving your projects forward. Next week you'll have another Scrum, and then you'll do your final evaluation process write-up, which will result in a rubric for your project. Please post questions on Piazza. Please, please, please. And also send good vibes to me, your professor. I actually I'm videotaping this a week before I'm going to send this to you, because I do have a job interview in Boston. I'm flying out on Tuesday, and I have a 2-day campus visit at Simmons College for a full-time faculty position in their iSchool. So send me good vibes on Wednesday and Thursday, please. And I would really appreciate it. Okay, cool. So let's go to Blackboard. And we'll go back to course content. So there's no online activity. Ooh. Yes, there is. There is the one assignment that I just showed you that I will put a link up here for that. I haven't done that yet, but this assignment, this is the assignment. So I thought I had everything in here. Sorry, just bear with me for a sec. Okay, that goes here. I will fill this in. This is going to be due on 26 midnight. All right. Yes, Blackboard. You are awful. Okay, so I'll fill in the instructions later. But so this is going to be This is where you're going to submit your final partial funding adjustment write-up. Okay. Individual assignment. So this is due the 26th, and this is just, I want you to individually come up with some standards or criteria that you want your team's final project to be evaluated by. So just think, what is it that, how can we evaluate your project? Because you're going to be the following week, you're going to be creating your own rubric. So this is just kind of like some preliminary thinking about it. Okay, so that's your individual assignment for the week. And so that's it. That's what you've got to do for this week. And then you've got your Scrum. Sorry, here's your the Scrum forum. And I created this forum here. So basically, as I said, the instructions are here, but each team member is going to create a thread, put your team name on it, and then each team member posts the answers to these questions. And then finally, you will post at least one question to one other team's Scrum thread about their project. It's going to be really interesting to be able to read what other people are doing. And in my face-to-face class last night, I had everybody stand up and do their scrums, and then the other people in the class were asking questions and actually solved some problems. There was, somebody who said, well, I'm not really good at back end, and how would I do a database? And someone on the other team who's actually does have really good back end skills just said, just use an Excel file and just populate it that way, just to make your application run. And and that was just one example. So I mean, it was really productive. So I'm hoping that you guys will get that kind of thing out of this as well. And I think that's it. So I will fix that one assignment and put the instructions in here. The slides are up here today. Here they'll have the suggestions that I had for you. And I think that's it. So I hope you have a good week, and please email me if you have any questions. I will have access. I'll be back from Boston on Friday, but I will definitely be checking my emails when I can. So probably would be more at night on like Wednesday and Thursday, and definitely Friday. I'll be back. Okay, so have a great week, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.